Hi guys, I'm Brooke and this is Pippa, and we travel full-time out of my Honda Pilot. We have been on the road since August of 2020, and then I have been posting over the last year and a half or so all about my travels and everything on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. If you don't follow us in one of those places, please go ahead and give us a follow. But the biggest request I've gotten lately is to put together some sort of a gift guide for people who are either looking to get on the road, they have a traveler friend, etc. I thought this was a great idea, but obviously I wanted to recommend things that are a gift but are also super practical for being on the road as well. When you are traveling super tiny, it's not like you have a bunch of room for a bunch of knickknacks or things like that to be able to just kind of have as decoration. I know a lot of people decorate their cars, their vans, their tents, etc. It's not really my style, so these gifts are going to be much more practical, but maybe something that someone wouldn't buy for themselves. So I figured to make it as accessible and a good price point for everybody, I would start off with 5 items under $35 that you can get for a traveler in your life, or that you can ask for as somebody who wants to get on the road. And then it's not limited to, you know, the really big ticket items that maybe only family or partners or things like that would want to purchase for you. This could go on any wish list of yours to have people maybe chip in and get you some gear for on the road. The first item I'm going to be mentioning is my window screens. I love my window screens so much. They are basically permanently in my windows almost all year round because I travel with the weather. The weather is decent where I have to normally keep my windows cracked all the time. I started on the road with DIY window screens. If you go back and look at some of my super early videos, I had white mosquito netting window screens that I made myself just with fabric from Joann Fabrics. And because I was starting out on the road, I could not justify spending like $30 on a set of window screens. I know that that sounds wild, but for me at the time, my budget was super tight. And so this would be a gift that I would have loved to receive, because once I purchased already made window screens, it made things so much easier. These window screens used to come in a pack of 4. I actually just went through my Amazon purchase history to find the exact link for the window screens that I currently own. And I don't know if they sell them as a pack of 4 anymore. And I'm kind of glad that they don't, because they have expanded their sizing, which is a great thing, because my window screens do not fit this car anymore. They fit perfectly on my Honda CR-V, but only the front windows now fit this Honda Pilot, and I am going to have to order new ones for my back windows in a size up, but they do offer now multiple sizes through the link that I'm going to give you, but it is the same manufacturer as the ones that I used for an entire year before this. So make sure you go through the sizing guide, or put in, like, type in that thing on Amazon that like make sure things fit the car that you're looking for, so you are ordering the right size. Because I'll show you in these clips, they fit, they'll definitely be functional, but you can't keep your windows then rolled all the way down if there's a gap in the bottom. They provide obviously protection against mosquitoes, flies, everything like that getting into your car while you are just hanging out, and in the summer it helps with that cross breeze and being able to leave your windows cracked at night without worrying about mosquitoes and things getting in. I like to keep these up all the time when I'm just hanging out, so I don't end up with a million flies in the car all the time. It's one of the most annoying parts of being on the road, is that there's just flies everywhere no matter where you go. And so that is why the window screens are my #1 pick. My second pick is going to be my window covers that I used to use before I got my WeatherTech covers, which were my magnetic window covers. I've talked about these in a couple other videos of favorites of mine because they are so easy. They are also oversized, so they are pretty universal when it comes to window fit. They are only for the passenger and driver side doors, and then the the two back doors. They don't make ones for like if you have little cutouts and things like that, so you may just have to make your own. But for the doors, to be able to get some privacy and to reflect some of that sunlight, these magnetic window covers are a great basic for people who are just starting out on the road, especially because most people's windows are tinted darker in the back. You may not even need those as much, especially if you are boondocking, but while you are hanging out places or you need something really quick to put up, these are great to be able to just like slap onto your door frame because they have that magnetic, and then pull your door closed and you are covered for the night. These also fold up super small, so they don't take up almost any space in the car. I just keep them in the little pockets of my door, so they are the correct ones. So if I just need some privacy for a second to get changed or whatever, so I can just put them up really quick and not have to worry about it. I honestly still use the ones in the back for if I don't want to pull out my WeatherTech ones. I can just throw them up super quick if I'm at a rest area, if I'm at a place with a really dirty bathroom or something and I need to like hop in the back really quick and change, or use my pee cup or something to where I don't want people to see me, but I don't need to pull out my entire set of WeatherTech window covers. These just super easy go up. I've kept them with me. They're something I still travel with, so I think they're totally worth it. The third item I'm going to put on my list are the SuperSparrow water bottles. Okay, in full disclosure, SuperSparrow did send me these water bottles and have sponsored this portion of the video, but let me tell you, I have tried so many of these stainless steel water bottles. I try to be super eco-friendly as much as I can and to have reusable products, but I also have like such an aversion to the metallic taste a lot of water bottles these days give you, especially if you're getting really low quality ones from like Walmart or something. And I just have like a sensitivity to it or something where I feel like I can taste it in every single thing. And these water bottles do not do that at all. They also come with different tops, so you can replace the tops to still have a plastic top. That makes me also feel so much better that I can have that different kind of top, so I also don't feel like I'm putting my mouth just right on the edge of the water bottle. Like I said, these water bottles are stainless steel. They're BPA and toxin free, which is pretty much should be a standard at this point for all things that we're using. They do not sweat when you put ice in them, which I love the most because I use them mostly for cold drinks, not so much hot drinks. Since I've been trying out these water bottles, I have been taking advantage of the fact that they do keep things cold for 24 hours. And so I will go into a gas station or run through a drive-through and ask for a cup of ice and just keep it in the water bottle all day long. So no matter what drink I'm drinking, whether it's water, soda, etc., I can have ice for all of my drinks and it stays cold. If you haven't ever lived on the road without an ice maker, ice is like one of those things that you don't realize how much you miss it until you don't have ice for your drinks all the time. They also do keep hot drinks hot. They say up to 12 hours. I have never made a hot drink last that long, so I haven't personally tested that part. Anytime I have put coffee in there, it has stayed hot while I've been driving. So it's great if you like hot, if you need like a hot thermos, whether you want to put soup in there or other items. I know that these are supposed to be for drinks, but as we travel and live out of vehicles, you have to find things for multiple uses. So if you wanted to keep leftover soup warm, or even just get hot water if you go through a drive-through or again at the gas station or something for tea later, or for instant mashed potatoes, or for anything that you're making and you just don't feel like boiling water for your lunch or dinner later, you can keep that hot water hot so you can have it when you need it. Even though these are a higher end water bottle, SuperSparrow does provide a lifetime warranty, and they are the ones that handle all of their after sale customer service. So you can reach out to SuperSparrow directly to handle any of your warranty needs, to be able to get parts replaced or see what you can do about any kind of issue you may have with the water bottle. So you're not kind of just left to your own devices, even if you do purchase it off of Amazon, which can be an issue with some sellers who just go through third parties. SuperSparrow handles all of that directly, and I will say on the back end for me, they have been great to work with and very easy to communicate with. So I would totally recommend this to anybody who's in the market for a new water bottle this holiday season. And I'm sure these are going to come even more in handy in the summer, and I cannot wait. The next item on my list is Pippa's Zipline. That is what you guys see in the back of my videos. I've had a few people ask me about that, but that is Pippa's seatbelt Zipline. I have it hooked up on the door handles diagonally across the car so she can sit in the back or in the front while we are driving, and I don't have to unhook her as I'm driving if she decides to move. Most of the time when we're driving, she sleeps in the back, but when we are in town and like driving slower, she likes to stick her head out the front window. So I wanted to make her zip line in a way that it still protects her, but she can move in the car within reason. So that is why I have it like diagonally across that you can see it. But Pippa has had this zip line now for almost a year. It clips right into her harness. It just adds that little bit of extra protection of safety while we are driving. This in no way prevents, obviously, if we are in a horrific crash, this may not save her life. Obviously, it's not a crate or something that keeps her fully protected, but since I do not have room for one of those crates, this is something that just keeps her from being a projectile in the event of a crash. So if we did get into a crash or anything like that, it keeps her from flying out of the window, and it also keeps her restrained in the event of a smaller crash or some sort of incident, that if a EMT police officer or just a concerned citizen opens the door because they are trying to help me or assess the situation, she is not loose in the car and can run away. Most of the time when people lose their animals in the event of a crash or an incident, it is because they have opened the door and their dog is scared, and because it is not restrained, it just runs away into the field or something, and then they cannot find it, even if it was a minor accident or minor incident. So it just makes me feel better that she is restrained. And then my very last item is something that is a little more like fun, I guess, but it's still functional, but it is my mirror I have on my visor. So obviously in the car when I get ready for these videos or do any skincare or do my makeup or do my hair or anything like that, I don't have a full-size mirror, and for a very long time I was just using my phone to do everything. But I decided when I got this car to have something a little more upgraded, and this mirror has been a game changer. It's actually a little excessive, I think, because it is a trifold mirror. I can get a lot of angles that I don't necessarily need to be looking at myself from, but for somebody who doesn't even wear a lot of makeup or anything like that, I really enjoy being able to kind of get up close and do my eyebrows or to do my skincare, even just brush my teeth and make sure I got everything, and just really feel like I have a full-size mirror as like a small little luxury. And it just folds up super compact, and I just keep it on my visor just where the other mirror would be, but it is like triple the size. You would be surprised how little you look at yourself when you're on the road when you don't have access to full-size mirrors. If you're just looking in your rear view mirror or in your phone, it is just a different experience. So now to have access to a like larger mirror again, and then it being attached to the visor, I don't have to hold it up or like move it around. It just makes things a lot easier, and it's a small little thing that somebody in your life or yourself might appreciate as a gift. So I hope this helps get your wheels turning on what you could get for that traveler in your life, or that you want to put on the list for yourself as a great gift. Like I said, I like my gifts to both be practical and fun to receive, and I hope that this list of 5 hit it all for you as much as it did for me. I would have enjoyed getting any of these as gifts. And I also again want to thank SuperSparrow for sponsoring their portion of this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!